Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to High School Sports here on Sports Radio 92.9 The Ticket and 929theticket.com. Jim Churchill, along with our color analyst here tonight, very special guest, Riley Field, former star at the University of Maine. Riley, good to see you.
Hi, it's good to be here.
And we apologize for the late start, a little technical difficulty at the beginning here, but we've got 8 minutes left to go here in the first quarter of this field hockey game between the Brewer Witches and the Hampden Academy Broncos. This is varsity action. We'll have some JV action coming up right after this one. And Riley, just kind of explain the change. Used to be halves in field hockey, and now they've moved to a quarter.
Yeah, so I believe, and I'm remembering from when I was in high school, that it was 30-minute halves. Now it's 15-minute quarters. Also, I know for college anyways, limits the amount of timeouts you can take. So I don't even think that you have one, because in 15 minutes you have a 2-minute break, you go back out, and then you have a 10-minute halftime. So it really also alleviates the need for subs, which is kind of nice sometimes.
All right, over the course of this game, you're going to educate me on the game of field hockey and our watchers as well, our viewers. I've done probably 1,700, 1,800 games at the college or high school level. I've never done a field hockey game, Riley, so I'm a bit intimidated by this.
I have never done a field hockey game either. So.
All right. All right, we've got a good crew here tonight, and we'll talk about our crew here momentarily. But again, nothing our score. 6:45 left to go here in this first quarter. And Hampden in control of things right now. So the ball went across the end line.
Yep, so went over the end line, so she gets a free hit at the 16 yards. So you never take a free hit off the end line when it goes on the end line.
Bring it out to 16 yards.
Yep.
All right, Brewer with the takeaway there, but Hampden gets it back and
yep, so that was a foot
foul. There.
Can't hit your feet or the possession will change.
All right.
And any time that the whistle's blown within this 25 yards, if it's outside the circle and between the 25 yards, they take the free hit, but they have to travel 5 yards before they can enter the circle. So if they just whack it in, then it will be called back. So that's really important to know, because sometimes that makes people pretty upset if they don't know what's going on.
All right, Hampden again getting set to be on the attack in this 0-0 game. Senior night here at Hedrick Field in Brewer. Again, obviously a very different situation here in the fall of 2020, coming off the COVID-19 pandemic, and we're trying to play as many sports as possible. We've got some soccer action for you tonight. There's a shot on goal, the save right there by Hampden Academy.
So there was a foot in the circle, which could have been a corner advantage, but since she kept the advantage, they held the whistle and let her play it out.
Under 5 minutes left here in this first quarter. Still 0-0, as you can see. Brewer drives it into the center of the field, and on the attack here for Hampden is Nevaeh Dicker. And now Brewer gets it back, and once again taken away by Hampden. Hannah Bowie with the takeaway there. And another whistle, Riley?
Yes, that was well, I think it might have been a third party, so that's when another player interferes with two players that are playing on the ball.
Now the shot on goal there by the Witches, but they cannot break through. Now Hampden tries to move the ball upfield.
Foot call.
So that right there, with Hampden getting the ball back, Riley, was, what is the term for that? Where she gets a...
When she gets a free hit.
Free hit.
So anytime the whistle's blown and the other team gets possession, they take a free hit.
Free hit, all right.
So this is another free hit here. It's all called free hits, basically.
All right, so Brewer's going to get a free hit now.
And it's always taken where the foul happened.
Lainey Blakeman with the hit.
So she tried to throw an aerial there, I think. But
That
couldn't
would be
do it.
like lifting the ball.
Yep. So you can throw an aerial, you have to lift it. No one can be within 5 yards and you take it, and it can't land within 5 yards of more than one player.
All right, battle on the far side of the field right here. Hampden, I don't think they've had a shot on goal as of yet.
I don't think so.
Brewers had a couple of good opportunities, but still scoreless here in this first quarter. Under the lights at Hedrick Field. And I must say, Hedrick Field in pretty good shape. We are sitting just beyond second base. This field also used for baseball, obviously. Battle for the ball in the Hampden end of the field.
Corner.
All right, corner.
So that's when any foul occurs. You can't really see from here. I think on the video you can see there's a circle.
Yep. So a foul in the circle
so
results in a corner.
they get 4 defenders and their goalie. They get a flyer, 2 post players, and a trail. And they can leave the cage when the ball is inserted to the top of the circle. The ball has to come out of the circle before the shooting team can score.
All right, now everybody in the action, and a kick save right there by Brewer. Madison Diaz.
Goal.
And Hampden with a goal. And the Broncos break out on top. Did you catch a number there, Riley?
I didn't.
Should be announcing it across the way. All right, clock restarts after the goal by Hampden. Brewer trying to come back and get even in this one.
So the faster you can take a free hit, the better advantage you have because you can catch those defenders off of their back foot.
And playing on their heels.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a replay of that goal. And
They're gonna. She saves it here. Yeah.
Oh, that was a save there initially. And then another attempt.
It was either a tip from one of these players or the girl who shot it. I couldn't tell.
All right, we'll try to get the
details
on the goal score.
So another corner here. And you can set up your players on the top of the circle however you want. You can have how many ever players you want. But typically they keep some players back just for safety.
All right, the ball's centered, but got away from Brewer. Hampden, looks like they might have a breakout there momentarily, but the Witches got it back. And now another free hit here for the Broncos. Taking this free hit is Grace Bracciadetta. All right. Attempt there for a centering pass by Reese Levesque. Use centering pass in field hockey.
Yeah.
Free hit here for the Broncos. Augusta Flanagan with the hit. Brewer comes away with it though, but Hampden gets it right back.
So she kind of tackled and allowed her stick to hit the other girl's stick, and that's obstruction.
Oh, okay.
I think
And
the
another
same
whistle.
thing there. Yep, same thing, obstruction.
So explain that real quick, Riley.
So if your stick hits another girl's stick when you're trying to get the ball, then
Ladies and gentlemen, the score at the end of one quarter.
We'll get the clarification of
Yes.
that ruling when we come back. We're going to take a quick break right here. 1-0 Hampden at the end of the first quarter here at Hedrick Field in this field hockey game. Stay with us here on Sports Radio 92.9 The Ticket, 929theticket.com. Welcome back to Hedrick Field. Beautiful night for field hockey. We're going to play 2 here tonight. This is a varsity game in Game 1. Brewer against Hampden. The Broncos of Hampden Academy with a 1-0 lead. And let's take a look at the Brewer roster and talk about their seniors here on senior night. Allison Crawford, you can see, Lainey Blakeman, Claire Warmoth, Paige Seymour, all seniors, along with Janessa Bishop, Audra Espling, Sarah Wood, and Madison Diaz. And Riley, I think a smart move because we are taking this day by day, week by week here in 2020 to get senior night in on opening night, and then It's in the books, and you know you've got that box checked off.
Yeah, you don't want to miss out on those times. I'm glad that I could, get my senior season in before everything happened.
That's right. All right, underway here in the second quarter. Again, the Broncos leading this one 1-0. Jim Churchill, along with Riley Fields, former University of Maine star. Riley, why don't you tell us a little bit more about you? Where are you from?
I'm from Sydney, Maine. I played at Missalonsky.
Okay.
Yep.
Pretty good field hockey program there.
Yeah, we had a really good program. We got to use turf quite a bit. I played for Majestics Club growing up and did some USA field hockey stuff as well.
Nice. Probably a fairly easy choice to travel north to the University of Maine.
Yeah,
play some field hockey.
Yeah, definitely. It's really cool to represent your home state.
All right, Broncos with it in their end of the field. Nice charge here, shot deep into the circle, but Witches now trying to get the ball out of there, but Hampden maintaining pressure there.
Yeah.
In the zone.
Hampden is getting some pretty good attack. I think they keep trying to attack up their left side, though, and I think that's why they're getting stopped right around the circle. It's much easier to attack up your right side because it's your strong side and it's the defense's weak side. So that's kind of a strategy in field hockey, is attacking up the right side. And a lot of teams' defense will try to press you to their left side.
Okay.
Looks like they got a corner out of it, though. Probably an obstruction call on the defense.
All right.
So it comes out of circle here, and then they can make up any play to try to get those defense off their line.
That ball off the back there of Augusta Flanagan. So the ball hit her body.
Yep, so
on the
that'll be
back.
called off of the person who lifted it. So you can't lift it above somebody's shin guards.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right now Brewer looking to get the ball out of get the ball into their half of the field, into their zone, but Hampden.
And number 7, if you saw kind of what she did there, she turned her stick around and she tried to do a reverse sweep. So that's using the left side of your stick to try to sweep the ball.
1-0 Broncos. 12.5 left to go here in the first half. Broncos on the attack. Ball picked up there momentarily by Reese Levesque. Which is trying to clear, but unable to do so.
Another good way to learn the calls, too, is every call has its own motion. So if you watch the ref, you can typically see kind of the call they're making. So when it's an obstruction, they usually tap their arm.
And a whistle right there. Wow, that was a strong hit. And the Witches trying to poke one in, and they will do it. And let's catch a number. Tough here under the lights. We're going to follow that.
I think it's
Claire. Yes, it is.
20-something, 25?
25 for Brewer.
Yeah, so a little fast break there, one-on-one versus the goalie.
Here's the replay, Riley.
Through the 5 hole of the goalie.
Going to be Brooklyn Fick with a goal
This
for
looks like
Brewer.
the old, yeah, this is it here. Yep, so just got right between her pads and she was able to put it in.
But that hit that sent it about half the way up the field kind of got things
great.
going.
Yeah, get past the defense.
Very strong hit. All right, so we are knotted at 1. Approaching 11.5 minutes left to go here in the first half.
So she just lifted that a little too high. It was deemed dangerous by the ref.
Now, that ball is quite hard.
It is, and it hurts.
You don't want to get hit. You don't want to get hit
I
in the
have
noggin
been hit
with
in
that
the
thing.
back of the head in high school, actually.
Ouch.
It's hard on grass. It pops up a lot.
Now, the game must be very different on turf.
Yes.
Much
very
quicker.
Different. And I've learned that, I mean, I can barely remember high school field hockey, but coaching girls on grass versus turf is very different, so.
All right, 1-1. Ball in the Hampden zone, and now Brewer breaking up that left side. You're right, there's been a lot of action on the left side for both teams.
Yeah.
All right, free hit here for the Broncos. Ball across midfield. Witches get it back. Try to get something started in the opposite direction. That ball will trickle past a couple of Hampden defenders right there. Talk about the positions on the field. We understand the goalie part, Riley.
Yep. So you can play kind of any formation that you want. A typical formation would be 3 defenders in the back. Actually, a lot of high schools still play with a sweep, so that's 1 deep defender, and then you have your 3 other defenders, and then your 3 midfielders and your 3 forwards. Right? Is that right? Yeah, 10. So
Are
10.
you asking me?
I was thinking and then counting in my head. It's 10 field players and a goalie, so 11 in total. Unless it's overtime, then they actually play 7v7 full field.
All right, strong hit there. Knocked down by Hampden. Now the Broncos turn it upfield. Can't get it past midfield, though. Witches working the right side this time.
Yep.
Centering pass, and a couple of Witches in the area. And there's
Nice
Vic
save.
again, and beautiful save there by the Broncos. Gonna catch that goalie's number there for Hampden Academy.
Yeah, it was a good play. It looked like there was just a little bit of a lack of communication in there by Brewer. 2 girls kind of went for the same ball. But other than that, it was a good circle entry.
9 minutes left to go here in the first half. Tied at 1, Broncos and Witches. Oh, good takeaway now. We got
Fast
a 2-on-1 break here. And right in front of the goal, and it's going to go wide left. Great work there by the Broncos. The shot taken by Lily Woodside. Couldn't quite find the back of the goal, and the score remains 1-1. Witches pushing up the field, and we got a whistle.
It was a dangerous ball there. A little too high.
Now on the left side for Hampden, Mackenzie Patterson. Patterson has it knocked away, gets it back from her teammate, Nevaeh Dicker. Broncos trying to get it in the middle of that circle.
Oh, I think it's going to be a corner there. Yep. It was a foot on the defender. So they'll usually hold the whistle. Even if there's a foul, they'll see if they have a shot, and if they don't, that's when they'll blow the whistle. So usually sometimes the calls feel delayed. It's because they're seeing if they get that advantage before they call it.
All right, so you see the 5 players, 4 inside the goal, 1 outside.
Yep.
Is there a name for that person who's outside the goal?
She's the flyer.
Flyer.
So she goes wherever the ball goes.
Okay.
And then the trail will kind of follow her. And then the 2 post players will cover the posts.
Glove save there by Diaz. Couldn't hold on to it, but knocked it away. And now a free hit here for Brewer. As they drive it upfield, they had an opportunity there for a fast break if they get it by that one Hampden Bronco. Working the right side for the Witches, Allison Crawford, one of the 8 seniors on this Brewer team. Pretty good defense there by Bracchiadetta.
Yeah, that's great defense. The way she was very poised and carried it out over the side, not across the goal, and didn't just hit it right back to the other team.
Ooh. Right in front of the goal. Great opportunity here for Brewer. Can they punch it home? And still working at it.
Just wide.
It's going to go wide to the right.
So when the ref puts her hands out like this, both hands out, kind of makes
To
a
the
line
side.
with her arms.
Yep.
That means it went off the end line, and they're going to take it at the 16 yards. The defense is.
So the ball went off Brewer across the end line, so Hampden brings it out to the 16.
Yep, and usually it's one of your defenders, your center defenders, that's going to take that hit there.
Pass almost picked off, but Broncos maintain possession. Witches get it back. So the those are very quick whistles, so they just
Yep.
get the free hit.
Yep, and
real
it's
quick.
just really important just to take it. Everybody, as soon as that whistle blows, everybody has to get 5 yards away from the ball on
Yep.
both teams. So that's why you kind of see when a foul happens, the person turns and drops really fast. And usually coaches are really adamant about their players just getting that 5 yards away so that they can be involved in the play. And if you don't, you actually can get carded.
All right, he crossed his arms there. Did the official across the way?
Oh, yep. So that's like an obstruction call. So she probably
Right.
hacked her stick. And actually, it kind of makes sense because it looks like two sticks hacking each other.
Mm-hmm.
If they wave their arms in front of each other, that's actually third party. So that means two players on opposing teams are playing against each other, and another player runs through and blocks the play.
Oh, okay.
That's a call that's typically people don't know that much about, and it's usually up to the ref's discretion. I'm not sure what happened there. So he's having them take it where the foul happened. And they're pretty strict about that because they don't want people catching the other team off guard and taking the ball somewhere else.
All right, approaching the 4-minute mark.
It'll be a corner.
Our broadcast of high school sports here at 929theticket.com and Ticket TV, brought to you by Brewer Federal Credit Union. We're here for all life's moments. All right, get a corner again. Brewer with the hit. It's going to be taken away by the Broncos. Could be a dicker. Hampden with control. What about forehand and backhand? How often do you use a backhanded shot? Ow! That ball is hard.
Yeah, see, now
I
you
just
know.
took it off the left foot.
You
That
do not
ball
want-
is hard.
You do not want to be there with the ball.
Wow. I didn't think I'd
And,
get
you know, you can get it
a
in the
real life answer
yeah,
that
it's
quick.
pretty easy to get it in the foot.
It just drilled me.
Oh, yeah, it's broken shin guards before.
Wow.
Yeah.
I may have a broken bone in my foot.
And there are players who can hit that
Holy
ball like
cow.
100 miles an hour at the higher level, so.
How much?
Like 100 miles an hour.
Oh, my goodness.
And I think the men can typically hit it like 130.
All right, 2.5 minutes left here in the first half. Still tied at 1. Brewer against Hampden in this varsity field hockey game. We're going to have the JV matchup coming up right after this one. You know, Brooklyn Fick has a goal for Brewer. We're going to track down that Hampden goal. Couldn't quite pick up the number on the replay here under the lights.
So this is a through pass up to the right side, which is always a good play. It's always a great play to run hard to your right. It's very hard to defend.
Ball across the end line, so Hampden will bring it out to the 16. Get a look at the Hampden Academy roster here as well in just a second. There it is. Hampden with just 3 seniors on their squad. Mackenzie Patterson, Hannah Bowie, and Michaela Poulin. Coached by Jessica Russell. Whoops, I think we've got a little mishap there in our rosters. We'll get that corrected.
So it went off the sideline, so you just put the ball right where it went out and you just take it right off the sideline.
Now, when you don't hit it quite as hard as you want to, what's that called? A mishit?
Yeah, you can just say a mishit.
Mm-hmm.
You
Look,
know,
I'm keeping my eyes on that ball, Riley.
I know.
I'm not taking my eyes off that ball.
A lot of the times, another word, if someone kind of can't control it, we kind of say they're bobbling it. It sounds kind of funny, but I guess if you get used to it, it kind of makes sense. But on grass, you see the miss hits definitely a lot more. You have to get a lot
Yeah.
of power, and you have to get really low when you're playing on grass.
All right, just 30 seconds left here in the first half.
That was a really great run to the right by Brewer.
Down to
Looks like it's
10
gonna be a
seconds.
corner potentially, but they got a shot up.
Oh, and there is a goal for the Broncos.
Yeah, that was a really nice play.
Wow, it's
played,
7.
Played through and didn't wait for the whistle.
All right, here's the replay. A Brewer player down.
So he was holding his whistle there because he might have called a corner, but since she had the
Wow.
shot, he let them play it out.
Give the goal to Sarah Masterson, a junior. Point blank range, and when she got turned around, she knew what to do with it.
Yep.
Whistled
really
one
good,
past Diaz.
Kind of half spin move she had there.
So the Broncos scored the first goal in the game. Brewer came back to tie it, but the Broncos, with the last goal of the first half, it came at 7.6 seconds. And the Broncos will head to the half with a 2-1 lead over the Brewer Witches. All right, stay tuned. We got the halftime report coming up. You're tuned in to high school sports, field hockey action on Ticket TV. All right, welcome back to Hedrick Fields here at Brewer High School. Jim Churchill along with Riley Fields. Field hockey action, varsity matchup here in Game 1. We've got a JV matchup coming up right around 7:30, shortly after the conclusion of this varsity game here tonight under the lights. And at the half, it is Hampden 2 and Brewer 1. And as you can see, we have a couple of very special guests joining us here on our live stream of high school sports. We have Maria McLaughlin. She is the individual on the left. And Abby Sargent is the individual on the right. And you are the fall cheerleading captains for the Brewer Witches. And Maria, I'll start with you. Obviously a very difficult time, challenging time. We've heard those words many, many times. But just talk about it from you here as a captain of the cheering squad and just having to wait and then finally getting a chance to cheer on some witches.
Yeah, so I think having to wait was probably the worst part just because we didn't know if it was going to happen or if it was. But when we got into it, I was honestly really excited because we had never cheered for girls before.
Mm-hmm.
And we're sad football obviously isn't happening, but it was so cool, like a whole different dynamic. Like we're cheering on our fellow girls. It's honestly really awesome, and we get to cheer on soccer, which we've never done before.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's going to be hard, but all of the cheerleaders came in with such positive attitudes, so it's been nothing but easy, honestly.
That's outstanding, Riley. That's a great perspective to have in this situation.
Yeah, definitely. I think
And we're kind of taking the same attitude because we have not done field hockey games before on Ticket TV, but here we are and enjoying it under the lights. So, Abby, just kind of give your view of how your approach has been to all this.
Yeah, so definitely, just like Maria said, it was definitely really hard to wait to see if we were going to have a season, and then we heard football wasn't happening, and we thought we weren't going to be able to cheer, and then we found out, we get to cheer for field hockey and soccer, and it's definitely a different environment, but the girls on our team are amazing, and they put in so much work, even though it's such a difficult time to go through something like this, but we've definitely persevered, and it's very exciting to be here to cheer at our first game.
And I love the Brewer Witches mass.
Yes.
Thank you.
Right? Very stylish. So, Maria, back to you. Just kind of talk about your experience here at Brewer High School in cheerleading and what it's meant to you.
Well, I actually had never cheerleaded before I got into high school. It was my first year cheering my freshman year, and I was obviously new to it. I had no idea what I was doing, and it was, I think, our first game where I got moved up to varsity because I started off on JV, and ever since then, all I've wanted to do is just dance. And I love Brewer. Like, our school has more spirit than any other school I've seen, and being able to cheer for that has meant everything to me. So, obviously, this year, it did hurt to hear at first that we might not be able to cheer, but the fact that Mr. Utterback, he is our number one fan, I would say. He
is your
happen.
biggest cheerleader.
Yeah, he is. He was able to make this happen. A lot of other schools aren't. So the fact that he did this for us, it's it means the world to me. I can't even describe to him. So it's been really nice just being able to be here and cheer.
And talk about the competitions, Abby. Obviously, you guys have, how many competitions do you have as we move through the course of a normal cheerleading season?
You mean games?
Well, like cheerleading competitions.
Well, in football cheerleading, actually last year was our first year ever competing. It was called Game Day Competition. It was in Biddeford, Maine. It was very exciting. We had never done anything like that before. It's not necessarily like winter competition cheering, but it's more about school spirit and showing your skills in that like category, not necessarily, you know, stunting and elite skills like that. So that was really exciting. And actually last year we made history. We placed first at the very first ever Game Day competition in Maine. So that was really, really exciting, and very proud of our team and everything. So.
Now, full disclosure, as you look at our crew here, Max Pottle to my left, a current student at Husson University, but a graduate of Herman High School, and Riley Fields, almost graduated from the University of Maine, but a Messalonsky Eagle. I'm the only Brewer Witch on this crew here tonight, so glad to be here. All right, well, guys, do you partake in the winter cheerleading as well?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So in winter cheerleading, how many competitions there, Maria?
I'd say about.
You have the conference. You have
five
or
or
five.
five.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. All right. Well, guys, thank you for joining us, and thanks for being here and just providing more spirit at this game. And it's been great talking with you, and we wish you nothing but the best moving forward, okay?
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Great attitudes, too.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate that. All right, that's Maria McLaughlin and Abby Sargent. They are the captains of the Brewer cheerleading squad here, the fall cheerleading squad at Brewer High School. Thanks to them, and good luck to Brewer High School cheerleading. We're going to take another break right here, and we'll be back with second half action in just a couple of moments.
We want your business.
Need work done in your car, truck, or SUV? Twin City Tire does all kinds of mechanical repair. We're a team of local professionals who know how to get it right the first time. We offer loaner cars and free shuttle service. Hang out in our comfortable waiting area where there's free Wi-Fi. At Twin City Tire, we may fix cars and trucks, but our real business is helping people get back on the road. Need work done in your car, truck, or SUV? Come to Twin City Tire. Remember,
We want your business.
Welcome back to Hedrick Field at Brewer High School. Jim Churchill along with Riley Fields and our crew here tonight. Max Pottle is directing the show. Mark Paulette providing support. And we've got Nathaniel Bailey on camera on some scaffolding behind us, doing a nice job as well. All right, Riley, let's run down the 3 goals here in the first half. 2 for the Broncos and 1 for the Witches. And the Broncos were the first to get on the board, and we had to track down the scorer here. And that's Sarah Masterson. And there's the shot on goal is kicked away initially.
Played down really nicely by number 15 there.
And that would be
Danny
15.
Masterson, I think it was.
Well, that was number 15 who scored the goal, who's Sarah Masterson.
Maybe she goes by Danny.
Yeah, I think she has scored 2 goals. And there's Brooklyn Fick.
Yeah, that
able
was great as well.
to punch it home there for Brewer. And then Sarah Masterson with the second goal of the game for the Broncos. And they have the 2-1 advantage. We get things going here in the third quarter. Got to update our scoreboard there. Give Hampden another goal. Again, they scored it in the waning seconds of the first half. 7.6 seconds on the scoreboard across the way, to be exact. All right, the Witches start things. So why did they start things?
Despite popular belief, or I don't know, most people don't know, but you can actually take the ball forward off the starting line.
Mm-hmm.
I played center forward at Maine, and I used to love taking it forward because nobody expects it. But every team kind of has their own strategy. Sometimes it's a pass back to the middle, and sometimes to the right or the left, or you can do whatever you want to do in the start.
All right, the hit there by Brewer, taken away by the Broncos. Ooh, nifty move there by Masterson.
So they switch sides here after the half.
Broncos with the 1-goal lead and on the attack here.
So if she takes this free hit, so it looks like she's taking it within the 25, that means she has to travel or send the ball 5 yards before she can enter the circle. If she were to take that free hit before the 25-yard line, then she can actually just hit it right in.
All right, Broncos working within the circle.
Looks like they got a corner there.
So that corner resulted. Why?
So there was a foul within the circle. I didn't see exactly what the foul was. But corners are very important. In college, we actually look at corners as that they should be a goal every single time because you're so many numbers up. So next best thing to a goal is to get a corner on offense.
Amanda Grove, the head coach for the Hampden Academy Broncos. Kayla Mitchell, the JV head coach, she'll be leading her team in the second game here tonight.
So she's going to air dribble it. So it was obstruction, I think, there, but they let her play it out because she got through the tackle anyways.
I mean, these players are well schooled. I mean, that whistle blows. Everybody just jumps
Everybody
to
just,
where they're supposed to
yep,
be.
Exactly.
But it's great because it keeps the action flowing.
Yeah, and I think, too, it's every coach's pet peeve, you know, if you're not turning and dropping. And we had this kind of rule we used to do in practice where after you lose the ball or have a foul, you need to run as hard as you can for the next 5 seconds. So I think that's kind of a typical trend within the sport of field hockey.
All right, Witches working it up the near side. Is that obstruction right there?
Well, that's like, I believe that's like a dangerous play or obstruction play.
When did you start playing field hockey, Riley?
I started in 7th grade. And then I started playing, I joined club and tried out for indoor my freshman year of high school. I wasn't super into field hockey until like my sophomore year of high school, actually.
All right, we're at the 10:45 mark here in the third quarter. Still 2-1. Take a look at the Brewer High School profile. Of course, located in Brewer, Maine. Enrollment approximately 670. Principal Brent Slowakowski and the athletic director Dave Utterback. Thanks to Dave for all of his help and assisting us and getting things rolling. Again, I'll have a couple of soccer games for you tomorrow night from Doyle Field between Brewer and Bangor. And ball across the end line.
Yeah, a lot of midfield play in this game, and then it seems when they get it in those 25-yard kind of sections, it's going pretty quick. It's either kind of been a corner really quick or it's kind of gone out of bounds. So I'm sure the midfielders are really feeling this game.
Ooh, now what's that move right there?
So that's an air dribble.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to tackle
Let's do it
because it's in the air, but if she did get too close to that defender and if it hit the defender's body anywhere above her shin guards, it would actually be called back on her. So you got to be careful when you use that move, but if you kind of got it down, then it's a good one.
So you said dribble. Does she have to be bouncing the ball on her stick? Or can she just
Yeah,
carry it?
She could carry it, but it's probably harder to do that.
Ooh, save right there. And the ball is loose in front. And the Witches.
Foot on number 41, so it's going to be a corner play.
All right.
And these, all these plays for corners are always set plays. So usually they number them, and then the coaches will be calling them out from the sideline.
Ball's in, gets away from the Broncos. A little bit of a miss hit right there, which is trying to clear it out of the circle, but Hampden drives it back in.
So nice reverse there by number 17.
And a reverse. That's turning the stick over.
Yep. And you can only use the blade of your stick. You actually can't use that rounded part of your stick.
All right, that ball's getting a little too close for comfort. Got
So that
nailed
looks
in the
like,
first half.
Looks like that was a third-party play there.
I don't know how the ball got past our director here, Max Pottle, went whizzing by his feet. Nailed my left foot.
Glad it didn't hit me.
And it was one of the hardest hits of the night, I must say. Free hit here for Hampden. Caleb Poulin got things started. Ball near the sideline, and so the ball didn't go across the sideline, did it? What if a player
no.
touches? Oh, here we go again. Kick save and a beauty there by
Thank you.
Riley Field.
Did not play soccer outside.
He's going to be pulling again.
It's a good hit.
Nice strong hit there.
Just needed some forwards up there.
Deep into the zone, Witches will let it go across the end line. Okay, so unless we're getting confirmation that it's Danielle Masterson. And you
Not
did
Sarah.
mention Danny,
Yep.
but clearly it was number 15
Yeah, I'm not sure who Sarah.
that scored.
I don't know who Sarah is.
So I was about to go get clarification.
Missed
All
opportunity
right,
there.
I have no idea why on our roster. Anyway, we got Sarah Masterson, but it is Danielle Masterson. So Danny Masterson with 2 goals in the game.
Wow.
The junior for the Broncos.
Junior. What number? 15 you said?
Yes. Yep.
Looks like she's playing center forward.
So we apologize for the typo on our
be coming
roster. The roster we got from the respective athletic directors was correct. So I'm going to have to talk to our graphics person about that. All right. Ball across midfield into the Hampden zone. They're up 2-1. Here is Danny Masterson with the goal.
Yeah, great skill there. Great elimination skill. Just kind of needed someone there to pass it to.
Gosh, call it a handle in basketball.
Yeah, you can say good handles.
Yep.
Good hands. It's really hard sometimes to execute some of those pulls on grass. Those elimination skills. So it's really impressive always when I can see the high schoolers kind of get those down.
All right, 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Here's Masterson trying to get a shot off. Good defense there by Brewer. She finally does get the shot off. Diaz, a great save with that right pad. Beautiful save. Again, some force behind that shot by Danny Masterson. Mentioned earlier, coming up tomorrow night, we've got a couple of soccer games from Doyle Fields. It'll be the girls at 5 p.m. and the boys at 7 p.m. here on Ticket TV at 929theticket.com. All right, ball still in the...
So out of bounds. It's going to be a purple ball there. So she's got to travel or pass it 5 yards before she can enter the circle. Kind of complicates things. So that's going to be called back because she hit it in without traveling. But if it does hit a defender's stick before it goes in, then it can go in. But otherwise, they'll just call it right back, which is it's a lost opportunity truly because it seems like a silly mistake, especially when you're right by the goal. So it's a tough rule.
Brewer trying to keep Hampden at bay here in this third quarter, keep it a 1-goal deficit, which is with control right here. Oh, nice pass ahead there by, that's number
Good
20.
run up the right here.
Yeah, that's Jenna McQuarrie. Again, that light orange on the white jerseys under the lights, not the easiest thing to pick up here.
It's easier to see on the screen, actually.
Was McQuarrie.
Yeah, and field hockey is typically a pretty low-scoring game as well. Like 2-1 is a pretty common score, 3-1, 3-2, that kind of thing.
Two goals by Danielle Masterson.
It's great defense there by, what is her number, 17? On Brewer. It's good reverse
Paige
tackle.
Seymour.
Yeah.
Yep. Now the Witches on the attack. Pass deflected, but the Witches get control, and the pass centered, and that goal is scored there by Brewer, and we are knotted at 2. So back and forth we go. Hampden scoring the first goal of the game. Brewer tying it up at 1, and then with 7.6 seconds left to go in the first half, Danielle Masterson with her second goal. And now this one turning and firing right there. And
Yeah,
again,
really,
tough to pick up the number.
That play was definitely started by that defensive tackle by number 17, and she was able to get it back and win possession for them to kind of get it up there. So it was great defense that turned right into offense. Very hard to defend in the midfield in big space. Took me about 4 years to master.
All right, she tried an aerial right there, but
Aerials
too high?
are really tough. I didn't see it, but it might have been too close to people. So it has to kind of go way over your head.
yeah, that one was about hip high, I think.
I think they're typically called back. If a ref is unsure, I think they're usually probably going to call them back.
All right, 2-2 our score.
So hit her own foot, so it's going to be coming out.
Well, if the pattern holds here, Riley, Hampden will score next.
I know, we might get an overtime here. We might get your
Right.
first overtime, I don't know.
A roller coaster affair here at Hedrick Field under the lights.
So have you watched field hockey before at all for this?
A little bit. I mean, over the years, watching some games in high school. I think I even was going to the University of Maine, saw some
Yep.
field hockey games.
So do you know typically if these two teams go pretty head-to-head or
I do not.
no? Yeah, I'll be curious of that. I remember playing both of them actually in high school, and both good programs, so. So it looks like the flyer left before the ball left, or maybe not. If the flyer does leave before the ball is inserted, then she has to actually go back to the 50, and defense has to play a man down.
Our broadcast brought to you by Greenway Equipment Sales in Bangor and Ellsworth. Nothing runs like a deer. Run with us online at greenwayequipment.com. And again, with the COVID-19 guidelines and restrictions, we're limited to 100 people here at this event, so we are taking up 4% with our crew here tonight, Riley.
I know.
All right, that is the end of the quarter. At the end of 3 here at Hedrick Field, It is Hampden 2 and Brewer 2. We'll take a timeout. This is Ticket TV. Back at Hedrick Fields here at Brewer High School, Jim Churchill along with Riley Fields, a former Messalonskee Eagle, former Maine Black Bear. And let's take a look at the Hampden Academy profile. Located in Hampden, Maine. Enrollment approximately 750. The principal is William Tracy, and the athletic director is Fred Lauer. 2-2 our score as we get the fourth quarter underway. Jim Churchill and Riley Field, as I mentioned. Riley, I had, what did I do with my other phone here? Oh, staring me right in the face, sorry. But I had Shaughnessy Saucier, who was a pretty good field hockey player in her own right. I had her send me some details about you. Just a few.
Oh, man, you're going to interview
Just a
me.
few. So finishing up your last few credits.
Yes.
Yeah. What are you studying?
Kinesiology, exercise science.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
And what are your goals in life?
I want to do PT, kind of more on the neuroscience side of things, so spinal cord injuries, brain injuries. I'm actually currently doing an internship with Project Walk in Stratham, New Hampshire.
Oh, wow.
And my sister actually goes to PT there because my sister has a spinal cord injury, so it's pretty cool because
Oh,
I get
my
to learn
goodness.
from her and work with her. So, yeah, that's kind of the dream, I guess.
Yeah, I have a brother-in-law who suffered a spinal cord injury. Oh, good look there by the Witches, but they could not get it to go as the ball goes wide left. Now, you had that situation at Kent State
Yes.
where they canceled your game.
Oh, they shut it down right in the middle of a tie.
Right.
Overtime. Yep.
All because of a...
Football fireworks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And created a national controversy, basically.
Yeah. Yep, and the NCAA and USA, I think USA Feel Lucky released statements about it.
All right, here come the Witches on the attack, trying to take their first lead of the night. Trailed by one twice as they get it deep, but again, the ball trickles across the end line.
So that's going to be coming in, so that went off of Purple Defender.
Yep.
So now Brewer will get to take the free hit coming into the circle. So whenever you say coming in, it means you're coming in on attack. When you say coming out, you're coming out on defense, and it kind of applies to like the circle kind of 25-yard area.
Okay.
So free
So
hit
you're
coming
coming into the circle?
Yep. So they're taking their free hit coming in. She just threw an aerial there into space, which is great, and the person receiving the aerial has to play it down, or they can't play it till it hits the ground. So they can't hit it back up into the air.
Couldn't just be taking baseball swings out there and
Yeah, right.
passing it back and forth, huh?
Some college girls can throw like very far aerials.
Wow.
Yeah, like 25 or more yard aerials.
Broncos up the right side. Unfortunately, in that corner, our camera is picking up some of the scaffolding we are having to use here at Hedrick Fields. All right, Broncos.
So that was just some obstructive defense there on Brewer. Just probably should have been a little more patient and kind of just tried to have their sticks there instead of going for that tackle when it wasn't there. It's hard, high pressure in the circle, so it kind of makes people do some things they might not typically do. That was great by the flyer. Actually got her stick perfectly in line with the ball, so she obstructed or stopped that from going in.
All right, the Broncos. There's Danny Masterson, excuse me. She already has 2 goals on the night. Brooklyn Fick has one of the goals for Brewer, their first goal. Going to track down the name of the individual who scored that second goal for the Witches to tie it up at 2. That's where we stand right now. 10:49 left to go.
Nice play.
Oh,
That was a really
diagonal
good play.
pass
Yeah.
to a teammate who was well positioned on the left side of the goal there, but just could not control that ball.
Yeah, so it looked like it was kind of a flat pass across the top, and then to pull those defenders out, and then she was looking to hit that inserter back down where the ball came out originally. We actually have a Hampden alumni on UMaine field hockey.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, Claire Scobie.
Okay.
She's going into her junior year this year, I believe. So I believe she played for this coach right here who's coaching.
Coach
If
Grove?
it's- Yeah.
Yep.
So that just is too high to be able to let them play. And typically when people hit those high balls, they have them take the free hit right where she hit the ball, not where the ball landed. We might see an overtime.
And 9:20 left to go. Going back and forth all night between
Yeah.
these two teams.
It is a battle for sure.
Going to take away that one off the stick, and then the feet of Reese Levesque. Witches on the attack. There's Fick on the left side. She has one of the goals for Brewer here tonight.
It's corner. Nice.
So good pressure there by the Witches, resulting in this corner. Kudos to the parents of Brewer players and probably the seniors decking out Hedrick Field here tonight. Got posters of all 8 seniors behind us near the backstop at Hedrick Field. Ball across the end line, so Hampden with the free hit. It's tough to pick up the lines. Is there a marker out there at 16 yards?
Nope.
Nope.
It's just the circle. So there's a circle and then there's a
Yes.
dotted line.
Yep.
So the
Okay.
dotted line, I believe, is the 23.
Okay.
And then you have the 25, then you have the 16, which is the circle.
All right, Hampden can't clear it. Again, Brewer looking for their first lead of the night.
Corner.
Yeah, I mean, you really have to applaud the attitudes of all the student athletes. We heard from a couple of cheerleaders,
Yep.
Maria and Abby, Maria McLaughlin, Abby Sargent, at halftime, and just the whole approach in this difficult situation. Oh, big kick save there by the Bronco goalie, and
Nice
Brewer
saves by
again,
the
indeed.
goalie.
Yeah.
Two saves there, I believe.
So the score remains 2-2. But just their approach, they're not playing for championships this year. No MPA tournaments, playing 10 games. And just good to see the student athletes out on the field here tonight.
Yeah, I think that they kind of have to take that attitude of just being grateful for what they can get. Because, you know, I'm sure they feel horrible for their football friends who
Right.
can't get to play, you know.
And we're hoping that football might be able to play in the spring.
Oh, is that what they're saying?
Well, that's the hope. Yeah.
That would be great. Yeah, I'm not sure what they're planning for college fall sports either.
Yeah, and of course, all the spring sports last year did not get to play at all.
Yeah,
That was
right.
at the beginning
So
of
sad.
things. Ooh, there's a
Yeah, so that's an air dribble there.
air dribble.
Yep. So when you're kind of running with the ball, you call that dribbling. Is dribbling in space. So she's dribbling right now. It's kind of like basketball.
Yeah. It's Callan Curtis showing some skill there. Now Brewer with the free hit across midfield.
They're looking a little tired, I would say. A lot of running. I'm not sure if they've subbed all that much.
Well, they've had a very short preseason. We've got to remember that. And this
Yeah,
is
they're
the
probably
first,
still trying to get into shape
Right.
and everything, yeah.
first real game here tonight.
Yeah.
Masterson carrying it in.
And it's just been, this game itself has just been such a battle up and down the field, so I'm sure they're just putting the mileage on, you
Yeah.
know.
.445 on the clock.
So that was an obstruction call. Or actually a third-party call, sorry.
Oh, so he kind of crossed his...
So when he waves them like that,
Yeah.
it kind of is the motion of a player's running through another player.
Okay. Two officials, one on each side of the field. Is that standard too?
Yep.
Yep.
For bigger kind of championship games, sometimes I would say that they would have three.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe just to get that extra eye in the circle.
Somebody lost their stick for Hampden. Now the ball in front of that Brewer goal, but
Oh, whistle blew. I don't think they heard it, though. It's going to be coming out. This is a great game, though, to start the
Yeah.
seasons with. Really competitive.
no doubt about it. Good strong hit up the middle there to a
good
teammate
flat
for the
hit.
Broncos.
She's
Good.
this forward line for, actually both teams are very speedy with the ball. Can really break away from their defenders, I've noticed.
Oh, nice
This is one of the seniors
stick handling
here,
there.
Audra. I coached Audra, I think, 4 years ago when she was a middle schooler.
Oh, is that right?
Yep, at main camp.
Ooh, strong hit past a couple of Witches. Hampden trying to beat the Witches to the ball there, but Sarah Wood got to it first. Now Hampden gets it back.
It's going to
And
be, play the advantage, goalie's down.
Diaz back on her feet. It's Madison Diaz, the goalie for Brewer. Looks like she may have hurt herself there. She is holding on to that left arm. Hampden still in control of that ball in front of the Brewer goal, or in front of the Hampden goal, but
I think almost the entire, both teams were just in the 25 right there.
oh wow. Here's a breakaway for Brewer. They've got a player in front all alone, and the goal is scored by Brewer. And they will take their first lead of the night.
That could possibly be the winning goal right there. So it looks like they've been holding a kind of a cherry picker style forward up there for those breakaway opportunities is what I'm noticing. So she's kind of been up there for a while, actually.
You see the shot there and the goal in. We're a little bit behind the action there briefly, but got the shot on goal, and Brewer with the 3-2 lead. And now the pressure on the Broncos.
Oh, so I think they're stopping for the goalie. It looks like
Yeah.
she's stretching something.
And the trainer will come out and check on Madison Diaz. She went down.
She played through though, so
Yeah.
I thought she was all right.
I thought it was her left arm initially, but it looks like it's the left
Groin or something.
leg
Yeah, she
or
looks like she's
hip or
stretching.
something that
Yeah, might have been her hip.
is of concern right now. Jessica Russell, the coach for the Brewer Witches. Again, Brewer with the lead for the first time here tonight, 3-2. That ball got upfield quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, and when I was saying, almost their both entire teams were in that 25, it was actually that one forward that was up there who scored the goal. What was her number again? 2, right?
I believe it was 20-something.
20-something.
Unfortunately, again, it's just so hard to see the numbers. Light orange on white.
Yeah, so she was kind of holding up there, and some teams play with that strategy where they don't feel like they need the extra help on defense, and they hold someone high up there, and it's good for times like that when it just works out in their favor, and they can get someone to hit that ball up and make contact with that high forward.
Yeah, I believe it was either Jenna McQuarrie or Brooklyn Fick with the goal. To give Brewer the lead, so an injury timeout here, and we'll take a quick break. 3-2 Brewer. This is high school field hockey on Ticket TV. Fields here in Brewer again tomorrow night will be at Doyle Field in Brewer. A doubleheader on the soccer pitch between the Witches and the Bangor Rams. Girls game at 5 p.m. and then the boys action right around 7 p.m. Wayne Harvey and Larry Mahoney will be on the call of the first game, girls game, and then in the boys game it'll be Wayne and Ernie Clark on the call in that one. We have our full crew on the scene to bring you some soccer action. So
I will not be there.
Madison
I know nothing
Diaz?
about soccer.
Nothing about soccer?
Nothing about
Did you
soccer.
play any other sports in high school?
I did. I ran indoor track. I was a sprinter.
Wow.
I had a great coach my senior season and actually got to run in New England, so that was very cool. And then I played lacrosse, I think 3 years in high school. In my senior year, we won the first ever state championship for Messalonskee in lacrosse. So had a couple great athletic careers, and I always miss my other sports.
Well, those sports certainly would keep you in great shape for playing field hockey.
Definitely. I always encourage people to do more than just the sport they want to play college in, because it really helps when you translate the different playing from different sports and the different athleticism. They all kind of go together at the end of the day. So.
All right, 1:59 on the clock, 3-2 Brewer. Madison Diaz remains in the game. And here's Danielle Masterson, 2 goals on the night.
She's been super impressive all game, too.
Strong hit there by Paige Seymour, driving in across midfield, and now it's the Broncos on the near sideline.
Yeah, I think Brewer has just been really good at kind of shutting down these hits by Hampden.
Witches looking for a little insurance here. Up the left side, it's Laura Stewart. Laura's just a freshman. She's in the starting lineup. And Seymour drives it into the circle, but the Broncos bring it out. Up ahead they go along that left side, and the ball across, or was that a foot? Caused the whistle. Under 1 minute left to go. And we got another whistle, and that would be the third.
Yep, so it's going to be a corner, third party, so it happened within that circle, so it's going to be a corner.
All right, a corner here for Brewer.
Last 30 seconds. And if the time, if they're still playing the corner and the time's still going, they usually let them play it out until it comes back out of the circle a second time. So if the time were to go off, they'll let them keep playing.
All right. Him is going to make something happen very quickly here. They get
10
the ball
seconds.
back. Masterson's going to pick it up just inside the circle, trying to weave her way through the Brewer defense. And a shot there. It's going to be kicked out by Diaz. 1 second left. And this game is over. Brewer able to hold on. Madison Diaz, who was injured late in this game, stayed in the game. She had the final save of the game, and she preserves the win for Brewer. So game number 1 of the 2020 season for the Brewer Witches. And they pick up the 3-2 victory. They are 1-0, and Hampden suffers the tight loss here tonight in Brewer, and they will fall to 0-1. All right, we'll take a break, and we'll be back with the post-game show next. This is high school field hockey on Ticket TV. All right, welcome back to Hedrick Field here in Brewer, and this is the post-game show. Jim Churchill along with Riley Field, and we're going to bring over one of our players of the game for the Brewer Witches. Get her situated here with the headset, and joining us is Brooklyn Fick. She's a junior here at Brewer High School, and Brooklyn, let's start out by congratulating you on the victory here tonight. Good start to the season.
Thank you.
And now we had you down. Did you score 2 goals tonight?
3.
3 goals. Oh my, that would be a hat trick.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
All right.
You can have those in field hockey.
Very impressive. I apologize that we had to ask, but those little orange numbers on those white jerseys across the way, it's hard to pick up. So congratulations on the win. Is this the first hat trick you've ever had?
No, actually last year on JV I had many's, but this is my first on varsity.
Okay.
And definitely couldn't have done it without Janessa Bishop helping me out. She had all 3 assists to me, I believe.
Wow.
Outstanding. So how did it feel just to be out there playing a real live competitive game here tonight?
Well, some things are definitely different with COVID and stuff, especially all the regulations, but we're just happy to be out here and playing.
All right. Riley, you're the color commentator, color analyst. I want you to ask a question.
Oh,
You know more about the game than I do.
I wasn't prepared to ask a question. I will say just something I'm curious of, just hearing you talk. So what year are you in school?
I am a junior.
And this is your first year on varsity?
Yes.
So what has that switch from the JV level of play to the varsity level of play, how has that changed for you? And how do you think you can maintain that impressive goal scoring in both?
Well, I hope I can maintain it.
Well, you already have tonight, so.
Yeah. It's definitely different. It's more easy to play with the varsity girls because they're more experienced, but I also enjoy playing with the JV, and I'll definitely be out there with them tonight.
Oh, awesome. So you're going to play a whole nother game.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Let's talk about that, the stamina part. So obviously you had a condensed preseason. Did you start once and then have to stop, or you had to wait and start recently?
Yeah, so our season was pushed back pretty far, and we had summer things. They were called pods, and a few of us would come here with our coach and do some things.
So, but conditioning-wise, you've already played 1 game, you scored 3 goals, and you're going to play another game here tonight. How did you feel out there running the field?
Well, I definitely had the easy job of a downfield forward where I just kind of stayed below the 25.
Yeah.
And I have asthma, so that was actually pretty easy on my part, although I was kind of bored at some parts. But it was definitely worth it in the end, and they got it down to me, so I have to thank my team.
Yeah. And it is senior night here tonight. Just talk about the 8 seniors and what they mean to you and this Brewer Witch field hockey program.
Yeah, so we have a big class this year.
Yes.
And they all are great leaders. Definitely watching Janessa play as a center forward, even back there while I was playing, definitely helps me a lot as a junior. And all 8 of them are extremely just helping all of the underclassmen, and they're all really good leaders for us and great role models.
Okay. Well, congratulations again on the win, and congratulations on your first varsity hat trick.
Thank you.
All right. That's Brooklyn Fick joining us here on the postgame show. And she is our player of the game here tonight as the Brewer Varsity beats Hampden Academy 3-2 to improve to 1-0 on obviously the very, very young season. And we've got JV action coming up next. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back, mix in a few highlights here, and then we'll take a brief time out and get you set for game number 2 here tonight between Brewer and Hampden. Next up, a junior varsity contest. This is high school field hockey on Ticket TV.
Whether your team is your family, your business, or your employees, staying connected is crucial. You can depend on the Cross Insurance family.
Very good.
To provide the best insurance solutions for you. We've got your team protected. Visit crossagency.com today.
We want your business.
Need work done in your car, truck, or SUV? Twin City Tire does all kinds of mechanical repair. We're a team of local professionals who know how to get it right the first time. We offer loaner cars and free shuttle service. Hang out in our comfortable waiting area where there's free Wi-Fi. At Twin City Tire, we may fix cars and trucks, but our real business is helping people get back on the road. Need work done in your car, truck, or SUV? Come to Twin City Tire. Remember,
We want your business.
All right, welcome back to Hedrick Field. Jim Churchill along with Riley Field and our crew here tonight. Max Pottle directing, Mark Paulette here as well, providing support, and Nathaniel Bailey making his debut here tonight on camera as well. And we thank you for joining us here on Ticket TV. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from this Brewer win here tonight. A come-from-behind win. They trailed twice in this game, Riley, by a goal, but continue to fight and eventually prevailed in this one.
Yeah.
And Brooklyn Fick with the hat trick here tonight. And she got Brewer on the board after Hampden had scored the first goal in the game.
Yeah, so it was kind of fast break there, and then through between the goalie's legs, it looks like.
Yeah.
Goalie just couldn't kind of see where the ball was, and she was able to finish it right behind her.
Danielle Masterson, this was a great move here. Once she got control of it,
Yeah, that was
spin
great.
and a fire.
She had some great skills throughout the whole game as well.
Danielle Masterson with 2 goals for Hampden Academy. And then it's Brooklyn Fick here with her second goal. That made it 2-2.
To the opposite corner there as well.
And here's the final goal. Again, a bit behind the play here for a bit, but we'll catch up to things.
Yeah, it was if I'm remembering seeing it on the field, it was kind of a bigger hit up the middle after a corner play. And they had Brooke just kind of, in a way, cherry picking up at the top, just kind of waiting for that that play to happen.
I was going to see if you use that term, cherry picking.
Yeah, there's no offsides.
Right.
Yep.
So that would be my favorite position.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hanging
no
back.
running and all the glory.
Hanging back. Yep. All right. Well, Riley, we're going to let you go get back to your studies.
Yes.
Going to study a little physics tonight.
Yes. Gotta do that homework.
All right. Okay. Well, we appreciate it, and we'll catch you down the line as well. But thanks for joining us here tonight, and good luck in those studies.
Yeah, thank you. It was super fun.
All right. Riley Fields, a former Messalonski Eagle and a former University of Maine Black Bear as well, providing color commentary here on our first matchup of the night. All right. So we're going to take a break here, and then we'll take a little timeout between games, and we'll come back with JV action next here on Ticket TV. Well, good evening once again, everyone. Welcome back to Hedrick Field in Brewer, game number 2 of the night. Field hockey action between Hampden Academy and Brewer. Brewer winning the varsity game by a score of 3-2, a hat trick for Brooklyn Fick. The difference in that one for the Witches, so they start their season on a winning note. And now it's JV action here tonight. And let's take a look at the rosters for the two teams. We'll start with the home team, the Brewer Witches. And there's a good look at their roster. And as you see on this JV squad, there are 7 sophomores, a couple of freshmen, and 1 junior, that junior being Brooklyn Fick, number 25. And again, the hat trick in the varsity win for Brewer. And Paige Haley is the coach for the Witches. All right. Hampden with the are with control of the ball right now. And we're going to have a special guest providing some color commentary here in game number 2. I just heard some commentary from Mark Paulette here as well. I'm just trying to get your number so I can... Janessa, right?
Yes,
All right.
yep.
All right, let's bring in Janessa Bishop, and she's going to provide a little help for me here in this junior varsity game. Janessa, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
All right. And thank you for being here to help me out with some field hockey knowledge. So, Janessa Bishop, you are one of the 8 seniors.
Yes, I am.
You got a chance to experience senior night prior to the varsity game.
Yeah, that was awesome. Ever since freshman year, I've dreamed of senior night, and thankfully we got to have one, even though the circumstances were different. But it was a great game. Yeah, probably a good strategy that I think most schools are employing, just in case. Get senior night out of the way. They'll be doing it in the soccer games tomorrow night at Doyle Field as well. And again, we'll have those 2 games for you beginning at 5 p.m. All right, they're doing 12 minutes at quarters here in the JV game. So not a bad night for Brooklyn Fick, who has the ball right now. Yeah, she scored our 3 goals, which were assisted by me, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I've never got to play with Brooklyn on varsity before, so that was a really good start.
Start for the Witches with a 3-2 win.
Yep.
How did you feel out there running the field from a conditioning and stamina standpoint?
We did a lot of summer workouts. This summer we were allowed to do those, which was awesome. Our coach and David Utterback were really good supporters, letting us do that. And we all went and attended those and stayed in shape throughout the summer, so I think our conditioning was pretty good throughout the game.
Now, for a while, so on all these whistles, I want you to tell us what just happened, because I'm being very honest, very transparent with everybody, that I am learning the game of field hockey on the fly here tonight.
Okay.
So. Yeah, the best way to watch the game is right there on that screen. I'll lean out. You can watch the screen. Senior Janessa Bishop joining us for the broadcast of this JV game. And there's a shot by the Broncos.
Yeah, so that's going to be a 16-yard hit for Brewer on the edge of the circle going the other way.
And again, thanks to Riley Field, former Messalonskee Eagle star, former UMaine star, who joined me for the first game. All right, Brewer with the free hit here.
Good
Strong
ball.
hit, yeah. Oh, good ball. I got to remember that. I got to remember that one. Yeah, oh, speaking of good balls, I hope it wasn't you, but somebody drilled one up this right side of the field coming this way and nailed me right here on my left foot.
It wasn't me.
It was one of the hardest hits, one of the best balls of the night. And those things are hard.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they hurt. So we have a free hit right here going into the circle. If it's inside the 25, you have to travel 5 yards before you can enter the circle. But with that circumstance on the outside of the 25, they didn't have to travel 5 yards. They can just send the ball right in.
I just want to say, and this is not to build your confidence, but you're off to a great start.
Thank you.
No, seriously. You've got a nice, strong voice, and you're speaking with authority. All right, ball near midfield. Who's going to get control of it? It's going to be the Broncos. They'll push it upfield. So Brooklyn Fick with a hat trick. We should also mention Danielle Masterson, who's a very good player as well. A couple of goals for Hampden in that first game. And there's a shot and a score. Broncos get on the board first. Did you catch the number? We'll see if we can get it right here.
6.
Oh, it's going to be number 6.
Oh, that was the clear. by the goalie.
Here, and who's going to take this shot? 18.
Maybe 18. That's a nice
And it
shot.
gets through. I don't think it was tipped in. Number 20 was right there on the doorstep, but we'll catch our JV rosters here. I was looking at the varsity rosters.
We have quite a few swings on our team, so some of the girls that play varsity also play JV, so they'll be the same.
Wearing the same number. Hampden Academy, what do we say it was, 16?
Yep.
That would be Hannah Bowie. With the goal for the Broncos to give them a 1-0 lead. More than halfway through this first quarter. So over the course of your 4 years, now we deduce that they've gone to quarters. Is it just quarters just because of COVID, or?
I believe so, because last year and the years before it was 2 30-minute halves. Yep. I like the 4 quarters a lot better, having a break in between, because me, along with a lot of other varsity players, we'd have to play a straight 60 minutes and just a halftime break, so this is a lot better.
Yeah, Riley did say that the college game has gone to quarters, and she thought it might have trickled down to high school. Probably should, based upon what Janessa is telling us. All right. Visitors up by 1. Broncos still in control of that ball. And a centering pass, and almost an opportunity there.
That hit a foot, I would think. Yep.
And a spin and a shot that's going to be wide right. And the clear here by Brewer. Ooh,
there we go.
Nice little crossover there.
Callie has the ball right now. She also plays varsity. She got a few varsity minutes as a freshman, which is really cool.
Yeah, now you guys have a boatload of seniors this
year.
year.
Definitely. We had more, actually, but the ones that played all 4 years, there's 8 of us, which is pretty cool.
What has been the kind of the focus from Coach Russell heading into your first game?
Well, our first game was actually in Belfast.
Oh, that's right. You played in the fog the other night.
Yeah, we did at Point Lookout. I think that
How did you fare in that game?
Huh?
How did you fare in that game?
We lost. I believe it was 3-0. Belfast has always been a really strong field hockey program, and I believe we played really well against them.
So the Witches 1-1. I completely forgot about it. I remember seeing some video of that game, and it got very foggy there in Belfast.
It was really slippery on the turf.
.305 left in the first quarter.
This is a Hampden corner. In JV also, I don't know if you realize, but
there's only 4 players down there.
In the defensive corners, there's the goalie and 3 players, as in varsity, there's 4.
Yep. All right, ball put in play.
Third party. The girl that had the ball tipped it back and ran in front, so that's a third party call, so we have a 16-yard free hit coming out of the circle.
All right, up the left side. Pretty good dribbling there.
Yep. That's Laura. She also plays on our varsity team, too.
Laura Stewart,
yep.
Also just a freshman.
Yep. A lot of our JV players actually are new this year. They've never played before, so they're doing really well in practices and in games.
Oh, that's good.
Yep.
To get some new people involved in the sport and the program. Yeah, just talk about the difference between playing on grass versus turf.
Turf, the ball moves so much faster. You really have to contain your stick skills, and the passes don't have to be as hard. Like, some of the passes I made tonight definitely would have gone out of bounds on turf. On grass, you really have to drive it down the field. I like playing on grass better just because I'm so used to header rig, but turf is a good change once in a while.
Yeah, I mean, it must be so much faster, and I would assume
Yeah.
there would be more balls that are traveling across sidelines and end lines, just
Oh,
because
yeah.
players aren't used to the speed.
Usually at UMaine on the turf, even for our high school games, we have ball runners to go get our balls.
All right, 1-0 Hampden remains the score. Final 30 seconds of the first quarter in this JV field hockey game between the Witches and the Broncos. That whistle was, did you catch that?
I believe it might have been a stick foul, so one of the Hampden players might have not got their feet around and hit the stick of the Brewer player, so it would have been our free hit.
All right, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. And after one, it's Hampden 1 and Brewer 0. We'll take a timeout, be back with second quarter action. This is high school field hockey on Ticket TV. All right, welcome back to Hedrick Field here at Brewer High School. Jim Churchill along with Janessa Bishop, part of the victorious Brewer Witch varsity team. They defeated Hampden Academy earlier tonight by a final of 3-2. And Janessa assisted on all 3 goals of Brooklyn Fick, who scored the hat trick for the Witches in the victory. Have you ever done that before? 3 assists in a game?
I actually don't think so.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. All right, about set to get the second quarter underway. We won't keep. We know you have a long
Oh no, you're
distance
fine.
travel.
Don't worry about it.
As you can see right there, 1-0 Hampden. Let's take a look at the Hampden JV roster and the breakdown there. Hannah Bowie, who has the goal for the Broncos. Senior on this junior varsity team, also played for the varsity team as well. You see a good mixture of freshmen, sophomores, and juniors otherwise.
They have a pretty big team.
Yes. And the Broncos trying to get some momentum upfield, but stymied there by Brewer. All right, Broncos trying to turn it upfield, but the Witches take it back briefly. And what was that, a stick?
Yep, that was another stick foul. So that was our free hit. That hit number 14's foot.
So you got the foot violation. I'm getting hand signals from behind here. I don't know what the heck is going on. You got to move my vehicle. What? Oh, thank you very much. Right. Thank you. All right. Just going to make things easier after the game. What a guy. Mr. Pushard, Phil Pushard, who's helping to oversee things here tonight.
It was nice having the cheerleaders here.
Yes,
For once. That was different.
Very nice.
I liked it.
Yeah, we talked with Maria McLaughlin and Abby Sargent
Yep.
at halftime of the varsity game.
2 of my friends.
Yeah,
Yep.
they were excited to be here. Very
Yep.
tremendous attitudes.
I believe they're cheering for soccer as well.
Yes,
Yep.
they did say that. Yeah. One nothing Brewer. 3 minutes into this JV game. You know, a little bit of a breakaway here for the Broncos, but a few Witches sitting back. Some pretty good stick handling there. It's Lily Woodside with the handle. Brewer looking to clear that ball out of there, and he did briefly, but Hampden still keeping it in the zone there.
That was a foot foul in the circle, so that's our 16-yard hit coming out.
So what are your future plans?
I actually want to attend Husson and go into journalism and communications.
There
Yep.
you go.
And I also hope to play field hockey there too. That'd be awesome.
Well, I have just a very small sample here tonight, but you are a very good communicator.
Thank you.
Max Pottle, our director here tonight, proudly wearing his Husson University mask.
Last week I actually took a tour of NESCOM, which was really cool. Yep, that was awesome.
And just talk about, you know, the whole school part of it. You're a student athlete and obviously a student first.
Oh, yeah.
And obviously that's been different over the last several months here at the end of last year and the beginning of this year. You have a hybrid situation at Brewer.
Yep. For me, I'm in cohort A, so that means I go to school on Monday and Thursday, and cohort B goes on Tuesday and Friday. And Wednesday is our like Zoom meeting day, so we can do our online work. It's definitely different for sure. I'm used to getting up at 6 a.m. every morning, driving into Brewer and going to school, but I can sleep in a little bit, which is nice.
Yeah.
But the teachers are really pushing on the schoolwork this year because we only have half a year of classes when we'd usually have a full year. So we definitely have a lot of homework and online work to do, but it's working out well.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, we, especially teenagers, you adapt.
Yep.
You adapt. There's a lot of things you can't control. One thing you can control is your attitude.
Yep.
Doing the best you can under the circumstances that are
For
dealt
sure.
to you. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I'm so glad we get to play this fall. Field hockey's obviously my favorite sport, and I was going to be so devastated if we didn't have a season, so this is definitely better than nothing.
Yeah. Do you play any other sports?
I do. I play basketball and softball.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow, so you're busy year round.
I am. I definitely am.
You've got that Skip Estes as a coach?
Oh, yeah, I do, for softball.
I know him fairly well. I've known him for a while.
Yep. He used to coach field hockey with Sarah.
That's right.
Yep.
And I saw Sarah here earlier.
I played for them freshman and sophomore year before Jess took over the team.
Ooh, and what was that one?
That's the stick foul call.
Okay.
Yep. So they have different calls that they do. So if it's a foot foul, they put their hand up to their knee. If it's obstruction, they do an X.
Okay.
There's like a bunch of different hand signals that the refs make. Paige Seymour and Claire Warmouth, actually, they're two seniors that play with me. They actually ref field hockey.
Oh, is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
When you break it down, there's the foot violation.
Yep.
There's the stick violation.
Yep. If you use the wrong side of your stick as well.
Okay.
Yep. Obstruction, third party. I believe those are like the basic ones. Yep.
Now a goal is a goal. We know what that is.
Oh yeah.
That's what everybody's shooting for.
Yep.
No pun intended. And the ball across the sideline. Off of Hampden, so the hit by Brewer, and like an obstruction or stick violation there.
Stick violation there, so that's Hampden's 16-yard hit.
Now, just to clarify, are those two different things?
Yeah, so the stick violation is like, in other terms, a hack. So it's like you just take your stick and like whack the other person's stick. The other one is if you use the wrong side of your stick, so there's the flat part and the rounded part. And you have to use the flat part at all times. So if you use the rounded part, that's also a call.
Okay.
Yep. So this is our corner right here. Brooklyn's inserting for JV. I didn't see that one.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Hampden, you're thinking, wow, like the girl who scored the hat trick in the varsity
I
game
know,
is
playing in JV.
Playing in JV. Ooh, strong hit there. It was Mallory Parks with the hit. Good dribbling action there by Lily Woodside. Now the ball on the far side of the field, and Hampden turns it back in their direction. A bit of an advantage there briefly, but good defense by Brewer. Tell you what, there is some dew on our equipment, and my paper has been soaking it up as well. Ooh, a little bit of a breakaway here for Brewer. That's the number 15, Callie Moran.
Oh, that hit her foot.
Ah.
That was a good run, though.
Yeah.
Our JV team actually has come along really well, considering that we have so many new players. They really play well together, and they trust each other on the field, which is really good for their future years. Because, like, our whole senior class, most of us played in middle school together, and we've played, like, since 5th grade all the way up through together, but these girls haven't, and it's really impressive to see how well they play together.
Yeah, they've picked it up quite quickly. There's a shot on goal. Kick save. The shot made by Brianna Lavin. She's a sophomore. She's got it again out in front of that goal, and it's kicked out of there.
I'm not sure if it will happen, but if the time runs out on the clock, you play through the corner. Even if the time like buzzes on the clock, you keep playing until the ball gets cleared out by defense. So that might happen. We'll see.
30 seconds left. Ooh.
No.
Was that Brooklyn? And
Yep.
it was near the goal there.
Yep.
Frustration after she couldn't connect with that ball. Again, a strong hit. Past midfield, picked up by Hampden. Crossover, Lily Woodside with it, taken away by Brewer, and that's going to do it for the first half. And at the end of one, here at Hedrick Field in Brewer, it is Hampden Academy 1 and Brewer nothing. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the halftime reports after this. This is high school field hockey on Ticket TV. All right, we are back here at Hedrick Fields, and Jim Churchill, along with our special guest, Janessa Bishop, we're going to let her go home, and we appreciate her help here on the broadcast tonight and through the first half of this JV contest between Hampden and Brewer. And it is Hampden on top in this one, 1-0. And let's take a look at the goal in this one. And there's Lily Woodside, and the save there by Brewer, but another attempt at it here by the Broncos, and the shot here hits the back of the goal, and that goal right there by Hannah Bowie. And that gives the Broncos a 1-0 lead. And we'll take a look at this Hampden Academy JV roster. Maddie Ivers, Manisha Obel, Lily Woodside, Nevaeh Dicker, Karina Aramond, Kennedy Sharp, Mallory Parks, Rachel Palmer, Hannah Bowie, Ruby Matthias, Logan Curtis, Lily DeWilt, Izzy Fisk, Morgan Robinson, Jada Bilodeau, and Charlotte Beckwith. And you can see a mixture there of every class, plenty of freshmen on that JV roster for Hampden Academy, and a sizable roster for a JV field hockey team as well. And they've got the 1-0 lead in this one over Brewer. And again, want to talk about our next broadcast coming up tomorrow night. We're going to be remaining here in Brewer and traveling a very short distance just across Wilson Street, and we'll be doing a couple of soccer games for you tomorrow night between Brewer and Bangor. And the girls' game gets things going at 5 p.m., and then the boys will take over a couple of hours later, and those should be some very interesting matchups tomorrow night under the lights at least partially under the lights at Doyle Field. And we'll have the full crew there for that twin bill at Doyle Field. And again, it's going to be Wayne Harvey and Larry Mahoney on the call of game number 1, and Wayne and Ernie Clark on the call in the boys' game tomorrow night at Doyle Field. Halftime winding down here at Hedrick Fields. Hampden trying to get the split here tonight. And we're going to bring in, it's going to do double duty here. Max Pottle is going to join me. We got wires crossed everywhere here, Max. We're going to see actually which headset you are on. Is it that one? Say hello.
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you. Why? Oh, I'm sorry. I picked the wrong one. Try this one. There you go.
There.
All right. Well, our first foray into live streaming here in the fall of 2020. We weren't sure we were going to be able to do any games, Max, but it's good to be out here and watching some young people play some sports.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's a great opportunity, especially considering the current pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
These people are able to get out here and play. I run cross country at Husson. Our season got canceled, so.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yes, all fall sports. So you can certainly sympathize with athletes who've had to either wait around or not have sports, like the football teams that aren't going to get to play this fall, but hopefully they can take a shot at it come springtime.
Exactly. Yeah, that's kind of what Husson's looking at too, moving to the spring. So giving people an opportunity to play sport. Always a good thing.
Yes, indeed. All right, so we are underway here in half number 2, quarter number 3. This JV game, again, Brewer winning the varsity game by a score of 3-2. 3 goals from Brooklyn Fick, who's also playing in this JV game, as we mentioned earlier. Ball across the sideline, so moves off Hampden. hit to bring it in. And again, knocked across the sideline by Hampden. Mentioned the dew. Temperatures have cooled just a little bit here tonight, Max.
Yeah,
we've
it's a bit
broadcast
chilly.
under much more difficult situations. I can remember a football game last year in Hampden. That was a championship game when the snow came at the end of the game. Were you there for that one?
In Hampden?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the wind was blowing.
Yeah, that was a strange scene under the lights.
Yeah, tent was falling over, papers going everywhere. A bit calmer, still chilly. It's really our desk here has gotten a bit wet.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. Equipment seems to be in working order, so aha! Looks like we're going to have some other guests here. All right. Let's see. All right. So we'll get you set up on a microphone, and we have one for you right over here. Do you mind standing? Yeah. Bring in a couple of other Brewer Witches here.
Yeah.
Want to stand back here? Probably right there is the easiest. Oh, and you brought me candy. You didn't have to do that. Turn it around the other way. There you go. All right. Now we'll get you tuned in here. I'm going to let you introduce yourselves because I can't see any numbers and I can't look at rosters. So.
Okay, so I'm Claire. I'm a senior. I'm number 7 on the varsity
Claire
team.
Warmoth?
Claire Warmoth,
All
yes.
right. See, I remembered my roster. And?
I'm Paige Seymour.
Keep going.
I'm Paige Seymour. I'm number 17 on varsity.
All right. Well, congrats on the win. So in this very different season for you guys, you're now 1-1. Played down at Belf. Talk about that experience. I just saw some visuals of that. The fog tonight. We're dealing with a little dew and a little breeze, but there was some pretty intense fog down there in Belfast the other night.
Yeah, it was a little rough to see, but it wasn't too bad.
Yep.
We could still see the ball unless it was on the complete opposite side of the field from
Right.
you. But it was nice to at least get to play on turf. Wasn't mad about that.
Is that you? Oh, okay. I'm getting hand signals. I'm getting messages here. Yes, the answer is yes to Max Pottle. I don't know why, unless something is turned down here. Probably something's turned down too far, but we'll get you situated. Can you hear now? No? All right. I don't know what's going on there, Max, but you're young. You've got good ears. Just try to hear without your
I'm
your
young.
headphones
I'll
there.
be able to hear.
There you go. All right, so we've got now we got Paige and we've got Claire.
Yes.
All right. So just talk about how you guys have adapted to, again, kind of having to wait around and not know if you're going to get to play field hockey this year, and just how excited you are to get out there and play.
Yeah, it is so nice to play. Luckily, Brewer started going pretty early in the summer. We got to get out here practicing, 6 feet apart, wear our masks. It was good. I was glad to play.
Yep.
Very happy we're having a season.
Yeah. Yeah, how about you, Paige?
So yeah, it's been very nice to at least get out on the field. It's kind of weird getting used to, like, when you come off the field, the hand sanitizer and then the mask, and then try not to take out your mouth guard, but we're getting used to it. I think after the next game it'll become more of a habit, which will be nice, but I'm grateful to get to play it all.
Yes, indeed. And how fast, and again, you're just heading into your final year of high school, but when you think back to when you started playing field hockey and you first checked the field as a high school player, and just how fast have these, 3+ heading into 4 years gone for you?
Yeah, it feels like yesterday we were stepping out there for our first game. It's crazy how fast it's gone, and to think it's our senior night, it's weird.
Yeah, definitely. Both of us started playing for the program in 6th grade, so it does feel like yesterday, though, especially like freshman year. It's like suddenly it's senior year, suddenly it's senior night, and it doesn't feel like it's quite time for it. That might just be because we're playing our senior game the first game of the season rather than the last. But it is nice to be able to fit it in.
You guys play other sports?
Yeah, I am on the swim team, and I also play tennis.
Yeah.
I don't. I play field hockey year round.
There you go. All right. Still 1-0 Hampden in this JV game.
That was a close tip.
I was telling Janessa that somebody, I can't remember, who hit the ball.
Yeah, it came up and hit my seat, and I think it bounced off my seat and hit your leg or something.
I don't know. It felt like a direct hit.
Yeah.
Direct hit. Hit my left foot.
Yeah,
One of the hardest hit balls of the night.
Yeah, that thing was
And I had just been talking. We had Riley Fields, who just finished playing at the University of Maine, on with us in the first game. And I had asked her early, just how hard are those balls? And like within 10 minutes, I was getting nailed on the left foot. So I found out just how hard they are. Have you ever taken, what's the worst hit you've taken out there, either from a stick or from a ball?
Been playing this for a long time, so I've been hit quite a few times. But I remember one specific one. It was last season. It was a direct shot, like 5 yards away, straight into my knee, and I just dropped. It was bad.
It was not.
Right off the kneecap?
Not good.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Still a bruise.
Yeah, I think mine was freshman year. We had this really strong hitter on our team, and she hit me. It was on the shin guard. Still had a bruise that went through about 6 months later.
Oh, wow.
It was a bruise, but it was like just like a bump. But
Major bone
now
bruise.
it's gone, so happy about that.
So your goalie in the first game, Madison Diaz. Do you call her Maddie? Okay.
Yeah.
Or Diaz.
Wildcats. Or Diaz.
Yeah.
Okay. She was injured there late in the game. What was it? A left leg, hip?
It was her elbow.
Oh.
Yeah. Someone went to swing and missed the ball, accidentally hit her elbow. It happens, but just kidding, I was wrong.
She was down, she slid, and she got a cleat right to the elbow.
It was a cleat, not a
Still
Sorry.
marks and bruise. Yeah, we were happy she got to keep playing.
Well, that was my first, because I saw her kind of holding her left arm, but then it looked like she was flexing her leg when she was out there with the trainer.
Yeah. It's a good thing she was still moving. That's what we prefer.
That's what we wanted.
Yeah, really glad she could stay in the game. She's a really valuable player.
Let's talk about your futures. Paige, you first. What are you planning to do beyond? Are you Paige?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. We get mixed up a lot.
Sorry.
All the time.
Yeah,
I'm
it
sorry.
happens. Literally all the time.
I'm sorry. Paige, yes, your plans beyond high school?
So I'm looking into schools. I definitely want to play field hockey.
Yeah.
I'm looking into Thomas and University of Farmington.
Very cool.
Those are my top two right now. Having meetings with them soon.
And you want to study?
Elementary education.
All right, very good. We need a lot of good teachers.
Yes, for sure.
Would she be a good teacher?
Oh yeah, 100%. She's really great with kids.
All right, and Claire?
Yes.
Now that I've got you straight.
So I'm planning to go to school somewhere in the Northeast. I'm applying all over.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure where exactly I'll end up, but there's a couple schools in Boston that I'm really looking at.
Yeah.
And I'm looking into studying dietetics, so I want to be a registered dietitian. But if I go to a school that doesn't offer that, I'm interested in doing like biology on a pre-med track.
Yeah.
Going to med school.
All right, exciting.
And I'm thinking about swimming in college, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Kind of depends on the school.
So you're thinking you might head to the big city then, huh?
Yeah.
Well, if I had one regret, I went to the University of Maine. Again, this would be decades ago. But if I didn't go to the University of Maine, I always wished I had maybe gone to like BU or something, like right in the heart of the city.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of energy there.
Yes.
Now, we wish you both well in your future endeavors.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ouch. Oh, boy.
Is that Jenna?
That was
Callie, I think.
a direct hit to
No, that's
left
Grace.
leg. Wow, she is.
Oh, yep,
That's
Grace.
Grace.
She is
She's walking though.
she's handling it quite
She's
well.
walking, yeah.
She is.
You know that hurts
She's
really
she's
bad.
a fighter, yeah. This is her first season playing, and she's improved so much. It's really impressive. She's a very hard worker.
Yeah, that's what Janessa was saying. There's a lot of new people in the program playing for this JV team.
We have a really great team dynamic so far.
And many of them are sophomores too. We actually only have 2 freshmen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's pretty exciting to have them.
Both of our freshmen are playing on the varsity level too, which is it's impressive. We're proud of them, but we also have some really great new talent that's new to the program. So.
And as Janessa mentioned, it was great having the cheerleaders here tonight for your game as well.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Glad they can have us.
And they were happy to be here. We talked with Maria and Abby at halftime of your game, and they were very excited to be here.
Yeah, it was fun to have them.
Yeah, it was fun to be shooting and have a group of people actually cheering. Yeah. We don't get, even in a regular season, we don't get a huge turnout, especially for JV games. Just how it works. Yeah. But it's kind of fun to have the cheerleaders there and to have someone else cheering you on.
All right, we'll take a quick break and we'll be back with the fourth quarter from Hedrick Field. This is high school field hockey. Hampden leading this JV game 1-0. High school field hockey on Ticket TV. Heading to quarter number 4 in this JV field hockey game between Hampden Academy and Brewer. Hampden Academy with the only goal in the game. Hannah Bowie scored it in the first half of this contest, and they lead it. Hampden trying to get the split here tonight as Brewer won the varsity game by a score of 3-2. And we got a couple of special guests here with us for the second half. Janessa Bishop joined us for the first half. And we've got Claire Warmoth and Paige Seymour joining us here for half number 2. Thanks for being with us here, guys.
Thank
you.
You.
It's a little chilly. Feels like fall, though. It's not bad.
It's been
breeze.
Worse.
Yeah. So your games basically confined to the month of October this year.
Yeah.
So 10 games in all.
Yep, short season, but should be good.
Yeah.
Excited for it.
I think we're all just happy to have a season.
Yeah,
right.
Honestly.
Yeah, because for so long it looked like there might not be one. So.
Yeah, that was a hard week.
You can get.
Waiting.
Yes. Yeah. All right, we got a corner here. So they retrieve the ball. So the Witches with the corner again, trailing by 1. See if they're able to get something started here. Centering pass. Oh, good look. And a goal there for Brewer. And
they're happy.
They are very happy.
Nice job, Bree.
Who just scored that goal?
Love the excitement.
It looks like Bree.
She's
quite happy. That was a good goal.
That's awesome.
All right, we're going to get the replay here. Brewer ties it up.
Good
point
goal,
blank,
Bree.
and
she's so cute. Look at that.
again, 11, a sophomore at Brewer High School with what may be the first goal of her field hockey career, would you say?
I'm not
Did she play last year?
She played last year.
She did,
She probably
okay.
scored last year.
Yeah. She's one that I am so proud of. She's come so far this season.
100%.
It's awesome. I'm very happy for her right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
she's a
got
good player.
Yeah, she deserved that one.
Got the pass in a great position, but she knew what to do with it. Quickly turned and fired and into the back of the goal, and we are tied at 1 with about 9:20 left to go here in the fourth quarter. So you guys were down a couple of times by a goal, but didn't give up, kept fighting back, and held the Broncos at bay, and eventually took the lead.
Yeah.
Was there any points of emphasis from Coach Russell tonight when you were down or coming into the game against Hampden? anything you were really focused on?
So she didn't really give us any specific pointers. It was more of just get the ball in the goal.
It was a lot of when we would come off for our little 2-minute breaks between quarters. It was like, so you guys are doing this. Don't do that. Not working. We need to do this.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of that.
If it is broke, we gotta fix it.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Exactly. But it worked.
Yeah.
Something worked there.
That was a really good. It was a really good stop.
It was a winning formula in the end.
Yes.
All right, Hampden looking to regain the lead after seeing Brewer tie them up on the Lavin goal. There's Lily Woodside on the left side. Stick handling there, and yes, I've learned a lot of rules. So again, I've been very transparent. I've said this a few times tonight, but I don't know, I've probably done 1,600, 1,700 sports games, either at the college level or the high school level, but I had never done field hockey before. So we had Riley here, again, former University of Maine star. We've had Janessa, we've had you two, and I've learned a lot here tonight.
Yeah.
But the one thing I have learned is you can really boil it down to about 5 or 6 primary rules.
Yes.
The
Yes.
foot, the stick, obstruction, third party. What am I missing? And, you know, obviously when the ball goes across the sideline or the end line, all that. Corners. What am I missing?
Probably just dangerous balls.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes. Aerials. We talked about aerials.
Yeah. Yes.
Close here for Hampden. A couple of whacks at it in front. Here's Woodside shooting, and it's going to be tipped in from the right side. And I believe that was number 20 with the goal there for Hampden. That would be Lily DeWilt. Here's another Lily with the first shot, and it trickles to the right side, and DeWilt with the finish right there. And the Broncos quickly strike back, and they have their 1-goal lead once again with 6:53 on the clock here at Hedrick Field.
Yeah,
that's going to be one of those where you're standing there right on the edge of the goal, and it's like, wow. This is
right place at the
made
right
to
time.
order, yeah. And I'm sure sometimes you get a little too excited and a mishit or a misfire.
A big thing we talk about is don't swing.
Yes.
The clock operator has got to restart the clock over there.
Is that automatic?
Oh, there they go. Now we're ticking. Now Brewer on the attack. Saved there by the Hampden goalie. And we got a corner coming here. Yep. So from a student standpoint, any favorite courses, favorite teachers over your 4 years here at Brewer High School?
There's definitely been some good ones. I'm in astronomy right now, which is cool. It's something new, interesting.
Yeah.
And OE has been a big one for me. It's outdoor education.
Yep.
That's been huge for me.
Now, who was the instructor there?
That's Mark Savage.
Yes,
Yeah.
I thought that was Mark. He's been very active in building that program up.
Yes, he's done an amazing
He's
job.
so old,
with it.
though. I didn't know if he was still around.
I think he's gone.
I know him. So.
Yeah, I think this is his 31st year.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
He's been
I
doing
did
it a
not know
long
that.
time.
I remember watching him play basketball in high school at Katahdin High School.
Yep. Keeps saying he's going to retire, but I don't think he will.
Yeah,
Not yet.
Yeah.
I know how much he loves it.
Miss McLaughlin's saying the same thing.
Yeah.
They're the heart of Brewer, so.
It's very true.
So how about you, Claire? Any favorite remembrances of on the educational side of things?
Yeah, so I've taken a lot of really great, well, I haven't taken a lot, but I've taken a couple classes with Mr. Libby, Arthur Libby. Had some really, really great experiences with his science classes.
Yep.
those have always been my favorite. So that's been really fun.
Based upon your future aspirations, sounds like it has inspired you a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. I've always found, for me, just the most engaging classes are science classes. I like the subject matter more, but I have to say that all the teachers I've had at Brewer have definitely helped me shape to be the student that I am.
Definitely.
They're a good staff.
All right, still 2-1 Broncos. Brewer trying to strike back, and right in front of the goal, and that one is gonna trickle in.
Is that Morgan?
That was Brooklyn. That was Brooklyn.
No, Brooklyn's not number 5.
She's 25.
No.
Yeah, we have a disagreement on who scored the goal. We'll take a look at the replay. This will become very clear, and it is Brooklyn Fick.
It was in.
Off the pad. Oh, was it? So I guess the question is, was it across the goal line?
I don't know.
If
it was either Brooklyn
pretty
Fick
close.
or it was
Grace Henry.
Or Grace Henry, which
would be amazing.
Would
for
be
her.
so great. If, I'm not sure exactly who that was, though. I'm sure that she'll be able to tell us.
So it was either Grace Henry with her first goal tonight, or it was Brooklyn Fick with her fourth goal.
She's been on fire tonight.
Yeah.
She plays a really great forward.
That was an awesome tip from Grace.
Yep.
She's one of the ones. This is her first year playing, so that's really awesome for
She
her.
is one of the most coachable players on the team.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. It's so nice to have like such a great underclassmen group that really listens to what captains and coaches say. And let's go.
Witches forcing the action here. Seeking a little breakaway there. Couldn't quite pull it off, and now Hampden has turned it up in the opposite direction. Oh, nice pass to the middle of the field there to Lily Woodside, but Brewer had it momentarily. Hampden gets it back. 2-2 our score. 3.5 minutes left to go. Now here's Woodside carrying it to the left side of the goal. Sets up. Gets a shot off, but it's knocked down by Brewer, now off the side of the goal. 3 minutes left to go in this game. And they still have the like this freshman wing, the sophomore wing, that's still in place, or that seems like that has changed over the years. It was very defined when I went to Brewer High School.
Yeah. So we still have what we consider our senior wing and our kind of freshman wings. That's just where all the freshman teachers are.
Yeah.
But really, you go all over the school.
Right.
Yeah.
Now imagine this, when I was going to Brewer High School, there were over 1,300 students there.
Yeah, no, we don't have that many.
Oh my god, I couldn't even imagine.
It was very intimidating as a freshman.
Yeah, I bet.
Time winding down, approaching the 2-minute mark. I was going to say, if there was a break in the action, who scored that goal? But we don't want to distract anybody who's competing out there. Was it Fick or was it Henry? Tie up the game. Now it's Hampden on the march. Up the left side, Woodside. Oh, nice defensive play there.
Cadence, what's her last name?
Tripp.
Cadence Tripp. She has improved so much over the summer. She's honestly such a great player. What's on the ground?
I think they're leaves.
In control. I was actually worried about the rain. I think originally we were forecast to get a little more rain than we actually got.
Yep.
But I was worried about the condition of the fields here tonight. But it's actually pretty good, right?
Yes, I was too, but I think that wind yesterday helped.
Yep.
And it's also been very dry, so our field kind of needed it.
Yep.
Yeah. I am surprised it's less dug up than it is.
Yeah. It's held
but
up well.
It's nice. This field can get pretty soaked pretty easily, so.
Ooh.
Oh, good move by the
Whoa.
goalie.
That was a very good
That was
kick.
a great kick.
Talk about clearing it out of there.
Yeah.
Wow. 25 seconds left. Hampden with the ball. Working the left side. Down to 12 seconds. Ball gets through, and a kick save there by Brewer. And this one goes wide right.
We have a corner. Nice.
Yes.
Corner with .8. So we were talking about this with Janessa on the corners with this time situation. They'll continue play until it's cleared by the defense.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Until the ball's over.
So there's like
or they touch it. Or
right. So there's like 5 things that any one of them could end it. I can't remember all of them.
Yeah,
but the first one is it goes off the sideline or out of the circle. Other ones is a offensive foul. I think a defensive foul. They just do another corner.
Uh-oh.
Can't remember the others, but there's like 5 things.
Part of it is how far it clears out of the circle.
Yep. I think it's got to get past the 25.
I think so too.
Play goes on. No, I guess they have to clear it out of the...
Oh, another corner.
Wow.
Definitely some intense games tonight.
Yeah, there was a couple moments in our game that were a little intense. Those last 2 minutes.
Yes. Battle for the ball. Hampden trying to get a shot off here, and that's going to be foot.
That's going to be the game.
And that's going to be the game. All right. Well, ladies, thank you very much for hanging out with us here for a half. Congratulations on the win here tonight, and we wish you the best over the remainder of your senior season at Brewer High School and over the remainder of your field hockey season this year and beyond into the future.
Thank you very
much. All right. Okay. Claire Warmoth and Paige Seymour joining us here in half number 2, and this one ends up in a 2-2 tie between Brewer and Hampden in the JV game. Brewer winning the varsity game 3-2. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with the post-game show next. This is high school field hockey on Ticket TV. Back at Hedrick Fields, recapping tonight's action here in these field hockey games, varsity game and game number 1. And the Brewer Witches, they come from behind victory. They pick up their first win of the season here on senior night. They are now 1-1, which is trailed a couple of times by a goal, but they fought back. And Brooklyn Fick with the hat trick, and the Witches with the victory. Danielle Masterson with a couple of goals for the Broncos in the varsity game. So a 3-2 Brewer win in that one, and then in the JV contest, a 2-2 tie to finish off the night. And let's take a quick look at what we'll have for you tomorrow night from Doyle Field. A doubleheader at Doyle. It is varsity soccer between Brewer and Bangor. We'll have the girls' game beginning at 5 o'clock, pregame show about 10 minutes before 5, and then the boys' game right after that from Doyle Field. Hope you can join us here on Ticket TV at 929theticket.com. All right, want to thank our crew here tonight. Riley Field, who joined us, Janessa Bishop. Riley Field, of course, former UMaine star, and then Janessa Bishop, Paige Seymour, and Claire Warmoth, some senior players for the Brewer varsity squad who joined us for the JV game. Thanks to all of those great color commentators. Thanks to our director here tonight, Max Pottle, on camera, Nathaniel Bailey, and Mark Paulette for his help as well. And again, hope you can join us tomorrow night. And also thanks to Dave Utterback for all of his help, and Phil Pushard for bringing my vehicle that much closer, and it'll get us out of here that much sooner. All right, thanks for joining us here on Ticket TV. And again, we'll have some soccer for you tomorrow night from Doyle Field. This has been high school field hockey on Ticket TV at 929theticket.com.